Hi, and welcome to the LesParis.com podcast. I'm Les. This podcast is a short daily monologue that you can listen to. Use it to practice listening to English. Use it to stimulate ideas. Use it for BGM.
Hello, and welcome to the Les Paris podcast. Today, we're doing episode 121. 120. Yesterday in episode 119, I talked about portable music. And today, in episode 120, I'd like to talk about trains. Trains. Now, this is an interesting topic for me because I grew up in Canada and now I live in Japan. And trains are extremely different between Canada and Japan. You could say trains are a way of tying the nation together. We first used trains in Canada to tie the nation together, to tie the East Coast and the West Coast, and now we could have trade and communication on the trains. Japan is tying the nation together by helping people get to their work on trains. And they needed the trains in order to facilitate the push into the modern industrial society to get people from their homes to work. That's totally different from Canada. In Canada, trains are all cargo trains. There are some subways and there are a few trains in the cities, but they're very few and limited compared to Japan. And in Japan, there are freight trains, but you almost never see them. In 20 years, I think I've seen 2 freight trains in Japan. Trains here are for people, and trains in Canada are for grain and oil. So this is a big difference between the two countries. How about your country? What's the image of trains in your country, and what's your image of trains? Do you ride a train to work, or do you ride a train in any of your daily activities or weekly or monthly activities? Do you view trains as a fun place to go or as a chore because they're unpleasant? How can we make riding on trains more pleasant? Of course, we've got those wonderful colored seats, and we have manners on trains, so that we don't bother each other and can live together peacefully. But aside from that, what can we do to make trains more pleasant? There's a lot of things. Let's try and make a list sometime. Hey, thanks for listening to the end of my podcast, episode 120, about trains. Please be sure to come back again tomorrow and listen in as I talk about a kind of mysterious item, bottled water.